This is episode 36. What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in. Today we're talking about some of the contracts that I have on my website at globallaw.tv/contracts. And I have a lot of contracts, and they're sample contracts that you can use in your business or in your personal life that you can just make certain that you are taken care of, at least from a legal perspective. Some of the contracts that I have, let's go to the website. It's at globallaw.tv/contracts. And we're going to just start from top to bottom. Some of the contracts that I have, we have startup documents. And if you're a startup and you're looking to raise funds from different angel investors, from different venture capitalist funds, from different your family and friends around, I have those documents that you can potentially use. For example, the first one is a promissory loan note. And when you're starting your business, you must have some type of funds coming in, because if you go to a venture capitalist or go to an angel investor, they're going to ask you, have you raised money before? And one way you can raise money is through your friends and family round. And the way you do that is through a promissory loan note. The idea is that you get your friends and family, and then you give them a whole PowerPoint presentation. They call this a pitch. They call this a deck. And then the idea is that they'll be willing to invest into your startup because they know you better than most. And they know your work ethic, they know your hard work, they know how bright you are, they know the possibility of it, and then they can invest into your startup. And they'll give you a loan. The friends and family round is primarily a loan. And then you can document that from a legal perspective through a promissory loan note. The next contract I have is convertible debt contract. That comes into place when you're dealing with angel investors. Is the idea is started as a loan, but it converts into equity in your company if you meet certain intervals, or if you get venture capital funding. It's convertible debt contract. So the debt converts into equity, convertible debt. That's the importance of that contract. Also, you have a term sheet. When it comes to different venture capitalists want to invest into your company, they'll give you a term sheet, your letter of intent. They give you those different documents to show you like how they're planning on investing into your company, whether who has certain ownership, who has certain voting power of your startup, because that's the most important part, the equity and the power. Those are very important. So that details that on those two documents. I also have documents for nonprofits. A lot of individuals want to start nonprofits that have the board of directors agreement. When you start your nonprofit, the most important thing is having a board of directors. That's probably the most fundamental aspect of creating a successful nonprofit, creating board of directors, finding people who are strong in areas where you're weak. And the board of directors agreement shows that. It also, on the board of directors agreement, it shows how much they're going to be contributing to the nonprofit every single year. Because one way to raise money for a nonprofit, and the easy way to do that, is through your board of directors, because they have an invested interest into your nonprofit. They want to be successful. So one way they can guarantee that is by contributing. I also have a donation receipt. When individuals are donating money to your nonprofit, you can give them a receipt for them to have for their tax purposes, as well as you can protect yourself legally as well. Also, I have estate planning documents, and this is a very trying time with the COVID-19. It's important to make certain that you're taken care of. I have a sample will and I have a sample living trust. This is a big distinction between the sample will and sample living trust. I have a whole entire video on that with Global Law University, talking about the 10 documents you need for an estate plan. So I have sample will, sample living trust, I have a durable power of attorney, I have affidavits, I have things such as that. So these are documents that individuals can use. You can either take it to an attorney or you can fill it out yourself, and then to make sure you protect yourself legally. So what else I have real estate documents. If you are interested in leasing out an apartment or whatever it may be, I have a sample lease agreement. These are different contracts that individuals can use as a base, or just use these contracts and actually take advantage of their dreams. I also have credit repair documents. Individuals, for example, I have a request for your credit report letters. I also have debt validation. If people are contacting you, if you get into some financial trouble and creditors are contacting you saying you owe them money, send them a debt validation letter saying, prove to me that you actually own the debt. Why would you pay debt to someone if they can't necessarily prove it to you? Just because someone calls you on the phone or sends you letters doesn't mean you have to pay them. It doesn't mean they actually own the debt. And one way they can show that is through them responding back to your debt validation letter. So those are some of the countries I have. I'm going to be adding more and more and more. But I also have videos primarily targeted to most of them. For startups, I have a startup law video, entire video talking about the different legal issues when it comes to startups. Also, with that promissory loan note, that promissory loan note can be just any loan. If you loan someone some money, you can document that through a promissory loan note. That's there. If you plan on selling a car and you wanna have the person pay you back over a certain amount of time, that's what the promissory note is for. It has a place for interest. It has a place for the amount of down payment. It has many things on there. Also, I have a whole entire video on nonprofit laws. When you're dealing with a nonprofit, it's very technical. I mean, you have to have your the tax form for the tax laws. You have to also have it created as a nonprofit organization. Like, there's different things that it has a lot of legal implications when it comes to nonprofits. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. This has been episode 36, and we're one step closer to 1,000 episodes. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks.
See, you want the fame and I want the chain. We ain't got the same focus. I came in the game with my own